Hello my loves and welcome to my tutorial video for the jeweled egg folios. At the moment, by the time you come to the video there may be more, I have got an owl jeweled egg, I've got a peacock and I've also got a swan. They're absolutely gorgeous. Here's the eggs for these two. Oh, this is the owl one that I've completed. I've got my word on here. I've got this trifold folio with this nice little bit of matting on the inside here. It's got a beautiful image on the back there. On the inside we're opening up to reveal this gloriousness. Let's start with the tags. We've got some lovely jeweled owl tags. We've got an opening card here with this lovely vintage typography on the back. We've got a little word stuck on there, more vintage typography. We've got these little tags for journaling, etc., that live in that pocket there. In this pocket we've got another couple of little tags with words. They're really, really lovely, inspired by the work of Carl Fabergé. I'm working in paper, he worked in jewels. And if you're not familiar with him, oh, go and have a look. Amazing, amazing work he did. And here we have a stand for this jeweled egg. On the back we've got the owl, on the front we've got the owl. We open up, we've got this closure here to keep it closed. Inside we've got a pocket with a couple of little tags inside, all with this jeweled owl theme. Obviously the peacock one has the peacock theme and the swan one has the swan theme, and they're all just beautiful. That closes like that. Our stand folds flat and then folds up when we want to use it. We pop it inside the two layers of the stand like that. You can't see it on the video if I stand it up, but it stands up like that, and we can display that either closed or pop it back in, open, either this way or folding those two pieces around a little. We've got this three-way display here. So that is our jeweled egg, inspired by the work of the wonderful Carl Fabergé. And that all folds and tucks inside our little folio. There we go, come with me and let's put it together. So here are all my bits and bobs cut out. You may be working on a different kit than this, but if you're coming to this video from a different kit, they'll be put together in the same way. So we've got the cover of the folio, which I've reverse printed with this lovely backing sheet that comes with the kit. I've got my little owl egg here, also reverse printed. These little bits and bobs also come on that page. This page has got tags and pockets on it, so I've reverse printed this one with the paler of the backings, so I've got writing space on my little tag there. And then I've got another page of tags which is also reverse printed with the paler of the backing sheets. Everything is on 250 gram. Right, we can get started. Let's begin with the folio, and it's a simple trifold folio that we're going to score along the lines, 2 lines there, and then we're going to fold it up into 3 very simply. You may find that you need to trim a tiny little bit off this edge here for everything to fold nicely. You can just adapt this fold on the closure ever so slightly so that everything sits nicely when it's closed. Doesn't that look lovely? So with our folio open like this, we can take our pockets, and we've got some scoring to do there. We've got 3 pockets. Sorry, the 3 tabs to score, like that. And we turn these scores into folds, using a folding bone if you wish to reinforce those folds. There we are. We'll glue on the backs of these tabs. Let's well fold them in position. Find my glue. as you may know if you watch my videos, that I like to let my glue go tacky, just so that I get a nice instant grab when I come to stick them down, but still gives me a little bit of wiggle room that isn't afforded to me by a tape runner. I'm going to speed up that drying process a little by doing that. And then we're going to take this tag, this pocket, and place it on the inside between our folds. Now there is a little bit of a border, so you're not going right up to the edge, and you may find it helpful just to fold these sections up just a little bit so you can make sure that you're putting everything correctly. And I can see that we've also got a little bit of adaptation to make with this tab here. So you can take your piece and just trim it down so that you can't see it when the thing's stuck down. Bit of an oversight on my part there in the design process, but hey ho, it's such a simple little thing, I won't bother to change it. And what you could also do, which would be a great idea, is ink your edges before you glue. I'm having one of those days today. There we are, that looks nice, doesn't it? Can I do this one? But somebody, well, a couple of people actually recently commented that they enjoy my mistakes and they enjoy me laughing at my mistakes. So we'll leave this one in because I know I'm not the only one to make mistakes. And I think if you go ahead and present yourself as perfect, other people feel like they're less than, and I'm not about that. So I'll have to another seam of glue on there now because that's just dried a little bit too much. And then I've got this little bit to snip off. I could be better prepared than this today, but I'm not. Like I say, it's been one of those days already. There we go, that looks just fine. Pop this one into place as well, allowing you a nice equal border all around, getting that straight and parallel with your edges. There we go, just the job. That then closes. We'll ink up this edge while I'm here. I'm looking forward to seeing this this muted turquoisey colour with this brown distress ink around the edge. It looks really lovely. That's one of my favourite colour combinations. So there we go. That's that. Our tickets. I've got a folding card here. I'll do that without scoring it. Once we've inked this up, it's going to look really, really nice. I could round those corners off if I wanted to, but I think I'll just go in with a bit of heavy ink there. I like a nice heavy ink on this kind of vintage corner. There we go. I'll go and do the back of that later on as well. So that can then slip into our pocket like this. Looks really nice. That's that bit done. Won't leave that in there for now because this glue's still drying. Don't want to stick them together. I've got another tag there. I've got another tag here. I've got this section here that needs gluing on. So I'll get more ink. Just ink that edge before we glue it down. Lovely. Glue all over the back of this baby. There we go. Stick this one down. There's also a border, a nice little border. This looks lovely when it's done with this layering. Nice little surprise on the inside, just to give you an extra feeling of luxury and quality. And of course, seeing as these folios and the eggs are inspired by one Mr. Carl Fabergé, They need to be lush and luxurious. So there we go. We've got some words. We've got some more tags here. We're going to put all of those to one side for now, and let's have a look at the egg itself. So here's me egg. These two pieces here are our stand. This piece is our pocket to go inside the egg, and these little pieces here are our closure for the egg. Let's fold the egg by making 2 scores. In actual fact, no, go on, I will score it. I was going to do it by hand, but I'll score down these 2 lines where the whole egg and the half egg meet. Fold it into half, but this is where I want to pay attention because I really want to make sure they line up just nicely, and I'll adjust those scores ever so slightly to make that happen. Look, there he is. And then we've got a pocket. No need to do that on my scoring board. Just 2 little tags there. Now the way this pocket works is you'll notice there isn't a tag at the bottom. I could have put a little one down here, decided not to, because I'm going for just a little bit of depth afforded by these 2 little tags on the side here, and then having it tight across the bottom. But I'm not going to glue all the way around. I'm just going to glue like that to allow me a little bit more flexibility where they aren't glued. So I'm going to stick my pocket down. I haven't inked again. Oh my goodness. I'm honest to God, guys, I am so distracted today. And why are you distracted, Emma? Well, I'll tell you why I'm distracted, guys. Because I've been looking at a van. I've been looking for a camper van for a while now. I've converted a couple in my time, and I haven't had one for a few years. And I'm looking for one now. And I think I might have found it. Oh, and it's a small van. But what I'm going to do is apply my paper engineering know-how to my van design. I might blog it as I go because it's going to be quite I'm going to love it. I'm going to be so distracted by it, which is what's happening at the moment. Haven't even got it yet. So yeah, watch this space. Watch this space. Right, let's get on, shall we? Let's focus on this lovely egg. Here's our stand. I'll ink me edges now. I need a new bit of foam on my dauber. It seems to be shedding bits of inky foam at the moment. Right, this piece here, you'll notice, looks a little bit different to this piece here. There's these extra little tabs. If you're cutting on a Cricut machine, you'll need to go in by hand and just snip down to the line there. If you're cutting by hand, do it anyway. Oh, we've also got some scores on this to make. We've got, do it that way around. I've got more to get hold of. We're going across this semicircle. There is a line for you to follow. It might not show up very well on the video. Across there. Then, guys, then my loves, how are we best doing this now? Let's have a look. That's quite a nice way to do it. But the way I've done it in the past, I have made a couple of these already. Fold down your tabs, making sure they line up with your edge of your circle. A little bit of glue on here. And on here. And then we're going to glue a narrow seam up here, but not all the way. I'm going to leave, don't know, what's that, 1/4 of an inch-ish at the top that isn't stuck down. And I'm going to line up my 2 pieces, pop one on top of the other, and let that grab. And when we're happy that that's dry enough for us to mess about with, you can open up this circle at the bottom. You've scored these 2 lines here, so that won't be very difficult to do. Fold one that way, fold the one with the tags the other way, and there is your stand, which your egg will slide quite nicely into. Always difficult the first time, obviously, and on camera. I mean, I get all the layers inside your stand there. And that's how your egg will stand up. If you want to use additional closures, I'll show you how to do that, but you don't have to use them. We're going to take one of them, we're going to cut it in half. I'm going to take one of these, let's glue it together this way around, it makes no odds, but it's easy to do it like this. Take one of your halves, like that. Have a look at the front of this one, line it up like that, so you've got that kind of thing going on. Do the same with the other one. It's easier to glue the half and then stick it on like that. I'm going to give those a minute to dry and I'm going to ink them before I stick them to the actual egg. So my bits are dry, I've inked the edges and now I'm going to stick them on. So I'm going to take some glue, decide where I want these to go. Now they're kind of in the middle, you need one to be a little bit higher than the other and it'll make sense once I've done it. So just watch this little bit before you go sticking yours on. Always a good idea to just watch a little bit ahead. Plus as well, you never know if I'm going to make a mistake that I don't want you to make. So pop that on like that and do the same on the other side. And you want this one to sit just below the other one. You don't want them overlapping. So kind of there, and you just not quite touching. That'd be good, I think. And that one there, like that. And I'm going to let those dry now before I show you how that mechanism actually works. And in the meantime, while I was off camera there waiting for those to dry, I've inked up my tags and I've inked up my words as well. So I'm going to play about with sticking a few words on these tags and on this big folding card here maybe. Don't need to do that on camera. Back in a minute. That was actually really difficult. It's so beautiful. These images are so gorgeous. I didn't want to cover any of them up, but I have done. I've put my words on in various different places, little bits and bobs of things, and I love words on something. I love those little layered, vintagey, matted extras that words give you. Really happy with them actually. Right, so here we are with our egg. Let's show you how this closure fastens. Both of these semicircles, tuck one underneath each of the flaps like that to keep your egg closed. You don't have to use them. You don't have to use them at all. Now we're done. We can pop a couple of tags inside the egg, like that. We can close our egg up like that. Right, where's my stand? There's my stand. I can pop my two layers. Do you see we left a little bit of this side unglued, didn't we? That makes life a lot easier for us to tuck this egg in. And there's our egg on its stand. And we can display that in one of a couple of ways. We can have it open like this. That way we can display, I could have just turned the whole thing around, couldn't I? We can pop it in this way like this, tuck these pieces around so that we can see the three panels, or we can have it all closed. It's a really nice simple little closing mechanism, this. And then tuck all three layers into our stand like that for displaying. That stands up quite nicely, which you can't see really on the video because of the angle, and then this will fold up and that will tuck into your little folio along with your egg. Oh, this is great. We've got this long one here that will go in this pocket. Let's just get over that little tab at the bottom there we go. And then we've got all of these others. I just bent that, look. Way too blooming enthusiastic about the whole job. There, tuck all our little tags in front, behind, wherever, and there is your loaded jeweled egg folio complete. Do what you like with this closure. A bit of dyed sari trim, a bit of ribbon. If you wanted to, before you stuck this section down, you could put yourself some folded ribbon in there to fold around and wrap and tie. You could go with a magnetic closure under there and in there, or a bit of Velcro. All sorts of different ways that you can tackle that. But that is your Jeweled Egg Folio complete with all its bits and bobs. I've got, at the time of making this video, I've also got the Peacock and I've got the Swan. They're just glorious. I haven't finished putting these together yet. And I've also got the covers for the folio there. Aren't they lovely? Honest to God, I really, really love those. So there we go. That's that, guys. I hope you really love this tutorial video. I hope you love these pieces inspired by the amazing eggs by Carl Fabergé. I will see you next time. Have loads and loads of fun with these.